Welcome. You with the nasty pastor, and we're back with another read from out of Leviticus. These are the laws our priests, our ministers, our reverends are supposed to walk in, are supposed to teach us how to worship, how to pray, how to walk in our maker, our creator, the supreme being. You get me? That created us. Light. You feel me? Light. You get it? Light. I said something in the last read that showed these burnt offerings, the ingredients you need sitting right in your cabinet. Right in your cabinet. Unless you're homeless. You get what I'm saying? Unless you're homeless, then you don't have a cabinet. But these offerings are right in your cabinet. Right in your cabinet. You get me? Me, what I've done with my life is try to be obedient. You feel what I'm saying? Whom I pray to know my heart. Excuse me. Whom I pray to know my walk in life. You feel what I'm saying? Whom I pray to know I have a thin line. You get me? There's a thin line of my negativity and my positivity. I walk right in the middle of both. It's easy for me in a millisecond to become the most evilest person you'll ever know. Believe what I tell you. You hear it. I'm not telling you to scare you. I'm not telling you to warn you. I'm explaining something to you so maybe you will understand the dynamics of yourself. You get me? Because it's not just me. You understand me? It's not just me with those characteristics and those actions within inside them. I chose to be obedient. You feel what I'm saying? I chose to pray. I chose to not lie. I chose to set aside a lot of things that I know can make my life a lot better in the now. And when you know you have the demiurge on your side, whether you produce good or bad deeds, you understand what I'm saying? Because see, there's a limit to the bad deeds that will be acceptable to reach your soul into heaven. You get me? You understand me? I still don't want to walk on that rope. I still don't want to go that way. You understand me? You don't get that, right? You will never probably get what I just said, and I will have to explain to you the day that I was first arrested and put cuffs on. And then you would say to yourself, you know something? That was either the demiurge or that was Satan guiding him. But I didn't listen. Anyway, let's get in Leviticus. And we're on chapter 3 of Leviticus, and it's called the peace offering. When his offering is a sacrifice of peace offering, if he offers it of the herd, whether male or female, he shall offer it without blemish before the Lord. And he shall lay his hand on the head of his offering, and kill it at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. And Aaron's sons, the priest, shall sprinkle the blood all around on the altar. Then he shall offer from the sacrifice of the peace offering an offering made by fire to the Lord, the fat that covers the entrails and all the fat that is on the entrails, the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them by the flanks, and the fatty lobe attached to the liver above the kidneys he shall remove. And Aaron's sons shall burn it on the altar upon the burnt sacrifice. And the altar upon the burnt sacrifice, which is on the wood that is on the fire, as an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. If his offering is a sacrifice of peace offering to the Lord, is of the flock, whether male or female, he shall offer it without blemish. Now let's stop right there. And before we get into verse 7, let me make sure that's right. Before we get into verse 7, you understand how the animals, the creatures of the earth, organs, You feel what I'm saying? Organs are what you lay upon the altar to be burnt. You know, I say this to you, you know what I mean? These animals, these creatures come from whom we pray to. You get me? Us as children of whom we pray to, we have dominion over these animals. You feel what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, you know, as you can really see and as you should understand, whom we pray to get some type of enjoyment smelling the inside of these animals. You get me? Smelling the inside of these animals. And if we don't nurture these animals correctly, come on now, if we don't nurture these animals correctly and there is a nasty, smelly aroma, come on, what have we done to ourselves? What have we done to ourselves? Now let's get into what I'm really trying to explain. If we don't nurture these kids we bring into this world, who stink, them or us? Who stink? Who stink, them or us? I know how I feel about it. I do. I know how I feel about it. You marinate on it. I'm going to get back into this reading because I ain't got all morning to do this. If he offers a lamb as his offering, then he shall offer it before the Lord, and he shall lay his hand on the head of his offering and kill it before the tabernacle of meeting. And Aaron's son shall sprinkle its blood all around on the altar. Then he shall offer from the sacrifice of the peace offering as an offering made by fire to the Lord, its fat and the whole fat tail, which he shall remove close to the backbone, and the fat that covers the entrails, and all the fat that is on the entrails, the 2 kidneys, and the fat that is on them by the flanks, and the fatty lobe attached to the liver above the kidneys he shall remove. And the priest shall burn them on the altar as food and offering made by fire to the Lord. And if his offering is a goat, then he shall offer it before the Lord. He shall lay his hand on his head and kill it before the tabernacle of meeting. And the sons of Aaron shall sprinkle its blood all around on the altar. Then he shall offer from it his offering as an offering made by fire to the Lord. The fat that covers the entrails and all the fat that is on the entrails, the 2 kidneys and the fat that is on them by the flanks, and the fatty lobe attached to the liver above the kidneys, he shall remove. And the priest shall burn them on the altar as food and offering made by fire for a sweet aroma. All the fat is the Lord's. This shall be a perpetual statute throughout your generations in all your dwellings. You shall eat neither fat nor blood. Come on, man. You don't supposed to eat neither one. Neither one. I say this to you. I drink my own blood. I get a cut. I suck on my own blood, but I be ooh if I'm gonna drink your blood. I be ooh if I'm gonna eat red. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat meat that is not fully cooked. You get it? I'm gonna speak on my youngest son. You got what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak on him for a minute. You know, he like a bloody steak. I sat there and watched him order one. And I believe, you know, the way I said it to myself, okay, this is the part of life that he want to shock me. You get what I'm saying? He want to let me see some stuff so I can say no, so he can keep on being rebellious. You feel what I'm saying? And the way it was cooked and when it was cut open, I said, you know something? That ain't bad. You get what I'm saying? That ain't bad at all. It looked a little, how to put it, uncooked, but there's no blood running. There's no blood running. You get what I'm saying? It reminds me of a roast beef. If you really, really, really want to get technical with it. Yes, I looked at it. You get what I'm saying? I looked at it. I said, okay, cool. He got it however he asked for it to be cooked. I said, good. At least they did it right. You get what I'm saying? There's no way possible he would have ever ate a uncooked steak in my face. No, he wouldn't have never had that. He wouldn't have never got away with that. You hear what I'm saying? But anyway, as I'm going to say this to you once again, you know, I'm not the greatest father out here. You get me? You get me? But one thing, I've always been a great provider and a great nurturer. You feel me? Not just with my own kids. There are other kids in this world that I've nurtured. You get what I'm saying? I did my job as a parent while I was in their life. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. That's something that is on a checklist to get you in heaven. See, you brought a child in this world that you are supposed to nurture and give them a better space in life. I can't say I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? I can't say that. I know I did. You get what I'm saying? I nurtured those kids. Whatever they're going to turn out to be, that's on them. That's on them. They have a mind to think of their own, and they have decisions they're going to have to make on their own. When you're blind, deaf, and dumb is when you're a child, because you know nothing. You know nothing at all. You really have no understanding of life at all. You are being nurtured to understand life. So for those parents out there that have taught your children wrong, and you think you have taught your children right, you have a price to pay in heaven. You get what I'm saying? If you get to heaven, you have a price to pay. You get what I'm saying? You know if you go to hell, then your decision has been made. You feel what I'm saying? Has been made. You shouldn't teach your kids to hate. You shouldn't teach your kids to lie. You shouldn't teach your kids to steal. You get what I'm saying? None of that is righteous. None of it. None. Look, we just wrapped up chapter 3 of Leviticus. I check you out next week. I hope you stay viewing. I hope you help me run this up. I'm out in the lake.